Hello, friends. Welcome back to another collective message. So, I post these a few times a week, and I also post YouTube shorts for particular signs, sun, moon, rising. So, welcome if this is your first time being here. I'm Jana from Feeling Loudly. I'm still learning where to look when I'm recording on my phone because I'm not used to it. So, if my eyes are in different places, that's why. I'm an astrologer, a tarot reader, an Akashic Records reader, and I on YouTube post pick a card readings, channeled messages, and stuff like that. So today I'm going to do a general message. I am channeling using the tarot and also some astro dice to help me kind of pick up on the themes that are happening here. I'm going to name some signs off. So if you have strong placements in your chart in any of these signs, including planets or axes like ascendant, descendant, midheaven, IC, then this might be especially for you. But hold off and see what comes through for you organically as I start speaking of the cards. Okay, so in terms of the signs, we have Pisces, Capricorn, and Leo. We have Scorpio. We have Libra. And I think that's all. So you don't have to have these signs in your chart. They could just be archetypal energies that are showing up in your life. The general essence of this message is focused on creativity and joy. It feels like for a lot of you, you've had trouble accessing joy in your life recently because you may have been so caught up in kind of the rat race of living and having to support yourself as an adult, having to make a living. And it feels like it's brought you away from both your hobbies and maybe your art if you're an artist, or if you're someone who just like enjoys different forms of art, or if not art, it could be that it's just bringing you away from play. And you're needing to reconnect because play, art, expression, creativity is the way that you connect to your spiritual practice. And you may not even identify it that way. You may be like a painter or a dancer or someone who just enjoys like reading in your free time. And I feel like for lots of you, you've never really associated that with like, oh, this is how I worship. This is how I connect to my spirituality. This is how I connect to spirit. But I do feel strongly that for a lot of you, this is like a direct access point to you being in contact with your guides. I say that because we have the fifth house here and Neptune and Capricorn. And so there's this feeling of like you maybe needing to ritualize these practices for yourself again, because the more you move away from them, the more it brings you into a state of dejection. We have the death card in reverse, which tells me that there may also be an ending that you're sort of resisting, that you're putting off because it may feel scary. It may feel like too much change at once, and maybe there's a fear of loss and a fear of surrendering to the divine. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's also keeping you away from clarity and truth. You may have recently found out that someone was being dishonest with you. This wouldn't be news to you, so don't get freaked out if that's not true. But you may just have a hunch that there's a person in your life who's not being forthcoming. This is often connected to Libra, so this could be like a Libra sun, moon, rising person, or someone with like Libra Venus, Libra Mars, just a strong Libran energy in their chart. And I feel like for many of you, you at one point may have staked a lot of happiness in this person, and it may have felt like a relationship that was really aligned for you. But over time, it feels like it's kind of getting farther and farther away. Maybe you're having a harder time connecting with this person in the way that you used to. And you've noticed that when you're in this relationship, it pulls you away from your own happiness, from your own sense of independence and fulfillment and creative joy. And so for a lot of you, it feels like this is kind of a drag, but you may stay with this person, you may remain committed to them because there's, again, this fear of letting go. What does it mean if I let go? What does it mean if I don't have someone to kind of do this life with in this way? And I want to clarify that this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a friend, this could be a parent, this could be someone you work with or collaborate with, or someone that you really, I don't know, it's like you felt it at some point. It felt like it was right there. It felt like the connection was potent, but something shifted, and you're having trouble with that because you remember the way things used to be. You remember the prior state. You remember how good it was. And now, though, it feels like that nostalgia is keeping you stuck in something that's no longer right for you. And I know it's hard to let go of relationships, especially when they've been really meaningful to us. But I honestly do feel that there's dishonesty here. There's like disingenuous energy. There's a feeling that someone is withholding or kind of like pulling the wool over your eyes and maybe trying to keep you stuck in place because they've developed some type of dependency upon you. Maybe they see the fact that you can thrive on your own and that you don't really need them, and that's causing them to react in a way where they're trying to like grab hold of you tighter and tighter and tighter because they're afraid that they're going to be abandoned. And that doesn't make them a bad person. That just means that they're human and that they don't want to be alone either. And we sometimes do things that we wouldn't otherwise do if we were in a completely grounded state. Let's get a little bit more information on what you need to know. Okay, so it feels like there is some type of important conversation and movement. Maybe it's about the commitment and about the challenge that you're having moving forward and sort of how it's suppressing your creativity. Yeah, and you're wanting a new beginning, a new material beginning, and to kind of maybe set out on a new path of learning and discovery and commitment, but it feels like this is probably holding you back. So I say all of this because we have the Eight of Wands that came out, which is often about rapid movement forward. It can sometimes be about a conversation. Typically the wands are more about like the creative spark within us or our spirit, and the swords are more about conversation, but the Eight of Wands can sometimes be about truth. Like, what is the truth, the honest conversation that needs to be had that's going to provide clarity so that we can keep going, so that we can push forward. And it feels fast. It feels like there's fast movement toward whatever this is. The Seven of Pentacles coming out is talking about commitment. It's talking about something that we've invested a lot of time and energy into, and we're sort of looking at it and patiently waiting for it to grow and bud and develop into something that's really beautiful. But then I see the Six of Swords in reverse coming out. And so it's like we're being halted on taking that next step forward. It feels like our growth has been limited and we're just like not seeing the payoff that we expected to see. And there also might be this desire for us to expand. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you're a person who wants to like really broaden your horizons, and this person is not like that. Maybe this person wants to stay home. This person wants to kind of keep things close to home base, metaphorically or literally. And you have this urge to really go beyond, and it's just not quite aligning. And I feel like as you sit with this, you notice that your spark kind of goes out. Like maybe this inner child within you who really desires creativity and joy and imagination and spontaneity is feeling stifled. But I do feel like your ultimate choice here is that you're seizing a new opportunity. You could be going on a trip. You could be going on a voyage. You could be investing in a study, going back to school, getting a new job, moving homes, doing something that's really material where it feels like it starts a new journey for you and you get to be in student mode or in like learning mode or just in like curious, open-eyed mode where you get to return to this younger version of yourself who is really excited about going new places, doing new things, learning new things. And we see that there's this big city in the background, and this person has a backpack on as they're holding this pentacle, this new opportunity. And so maybe traveling to a new place or getting away from the city is important to you, or maybe it's that you're sort of in a remote place and you're wanting to go spend time in a bigger city where there's a lot of action and life. It's going to resonate differently for different people. All right, that is all I've got for you. I guess the general advice here would be to choose your happiness, because you only have so much time on this earth. And if you're here right now and something is holding you back from doing something that you really, really, really in your soul know is right for you, then this thing holding you back is not it. Okay? The best relationships inspire us and support us to follow our own path and to follow our own joy. And if a relationship feels like it's keeping you trapped and stuck and unable to access your creativity and even your connection to your guides and to your spirituality, it's probably time for it to go. All right, I'm sending you love. If you want a personal reading, you can find the link in the description. I offer tarot, astrology, and Akashic Records readings. And I think that's it. Follow me on social at Feeling Loudly. I'm posting on Instagram and Threads and TikTok. I'm on a break right now, but I'll be back soon. And stay tuned, subscribe. Please do like this video, comment if it resonated for you. It really helps me as I build this channel out. And I will see you soon. Bye.